Why am I still here? I mean, why am I still doing this? Why am I still making videos? Why am I still talking about stuff? These are the questions that went through my mind the day before yesterday, which was on Monday when I was speaking with someone I just met. The person was like, "What do you do?" Then I'm like, "I'm a student, I'm a medical student, I trade, then I am a YouTuber." The person was like, "Oh, I like to see your YouTube. What kind of videos did you post? Do you post?" I'm like, I don't know if it's something you like because I just come here and talk about things that are going through my mind and share my experience and thoughts and reflect in motion. Then I think I gave the person my name to search up. Then the person went to search up my name. I'm like, wow, okay, what you do is nice. So how long have you been doing YouTube for? Then I said March. Okay, he was like March, and you have only 5 subscribers. I'm like, you didn't have to say that was not necessary. I can see that I have only 5 subscribers. It was like him, he started his like last week and now he has 17 subscribers. I'm like, what am I going to do to my YouTube channel to boost it up, to make it visible to people? I'm like, I don't plan on doing anything. I just want people who vibe with what I do, who connect with what I say, with the things I have to share, to just find me. I think that is one of the reasons I don't share my links to people because I don't know if you are interested in what I'm saying. I just believe that YouTube might have its way of showing this kind of content to people who are interested in it. And it was like, no, you need to have a strategy that will make you to have subscribers, make you to have people like you, comment. I'm like, is that really necessary? Is that like really necessary? I think after that evening, I just sat and asked myself, okay, what am I even still doing here? I mean, I've been posting like, this should be like my 25th video, if I'm not mistaken. Since March, I've been consistent in my posting. And I have 5 beautiful, wonderful subscribers. Ideally, I should be worried that I don't have a lot of people listening to me, but I reminded myself of why I started. I started so that I could share my thoughts rawly without having to think too much about it. I started so I could learn how to communicate better. I started so that people could actually see my own perspective of things. That is why I started. So it was not for the subscribers, although they are beautiful. It is beautiful to have people who listen to you, but that was not the sole purpose. The sole purpose was for me to grow, was for me to develop myself and do something that I've always had in mind, something that is scary to actually do. It's not easy to come up here and start talking. You see, there's this fear of judgment that people would judge you, people would not relate to what you have to say, people will laugh at your grammar because I think growing up I had a lot of people laugh at my grammar. I was not so good in speaking English. Even now I'm still struggling. There are some words I cannot pronounce as I dare not try to pronounce because anybody listening to me might just start laughing. So I asked myself, why am I still here? And I reminded myself that the reason I'm here is to develop myself as a person, develop my speaking abilities, to connect with people. Because I have this belief that no matter how weird you think you are, there are other people who have the same thought of the same is it thoughts. There are other people who may see things the same way you see it. You might think you are weird, but other people might relate to you. So find people that basically think like me, not really think like me, that see things in my perspective, even if they don't think like me, that have something to add to what I have to say. So I had to remind myself of why I started. And truth be told, there are some days I would come up here, I would not know what to say, then I'll just pick up the mic and start flowing. And I can see there's been improvements in how I communicate my thoughts, how I articulate my words and sentences. And also, it's also to prove to myself that I can be consistent even without the audience, even without the crowd. I can be consistent. I don't need the crowds to be a foil for my consistency. I don't need the crowds to clap for me to get to work and do what I have to do and do what I have set my mind to do. So, the question of why am I still here is to see to the end. Okay. That is all I have to say today. Have a lovely evening. The weather is so beautiful. It's moody, but it's beautiful. It's just calm and still. Okay. Have a nice evening. Bye.